Oh, I had the tractor warming up because the battery was dead again. Alrighty guys, there is the same saw, same port work, 17,000 squish now instead of 21, it's got 12 more degrees of intake duration. Everything else is the same. I didn't, this is the used carburetor gaskets. I wanted to try it out. All my throttle's working perfect. I still have a choke. I haven't bored a hole on the other side yet for the switch, so I just stuck it up there for now. I wanted to morbid curiosity. I might build a plate with the threaded in it to do that. I might not. Like Tan said, that cover's pretty hard to find. You can seem to find these covers, but the air filter cover you don't really see a lot of. I am still having coil issues with this thing. If I bring the idle down on it, it won't idle. It'll just instantly, like you shut the kill switch off. It runs best. I get the best spark with this RC6Y. If I have a 7 or an 8 in there, it barely runs at all and it does a lot of popping. I had to actually bring the coil even closer to the flywheel. I am, well, 2 sheets of paper, notebook paper, is where it's at now, to try to get this coil to work, and it's still intermittent. I'm amazed it didn't do it here. It's the first time it's not done that. But the spark, I had to really close up the gap on the spark plug, and it's just very, very faint tinks. So I got to look on eBay and see if I can find a coil for it before the dyno pulls. And I did put some Bel-Ray oil in the filter there, but I'm thinking about the way it's feeling to me. I think I got too much space before my wall here for the refract back, so I'm actually thinking about taking one of my spacers, thinning it down, and building a little inch tall wall just in front of the well, just behind these just a little bit, for it to hit refract back, and then it'll have, you know, it'll only be from here to there, so it'll still have plenty to get up and around and out. I think if I do that, I think I can get my torque up a little bit more on it. But going from the short intake variation, now doing this, I lost bottom end. You know, I had a lot more torque with the intake the way it was before, but I gave up upper RPM power. I shifted everything higher up. I think it's got quite a bit of chain speed for what this thing is. I mean, I don't know. I'll have to look on video. I don't know how good it looks on video. On that other, grab this and we'll walk back over to that other log. I was starting to get into the real nasty pitchy knots on this other stuff. And she still didn't like bog out, but it slowed down on cutting. But I mean, those that race would absolutely hate to get a piece of wood like this. But we got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think that's one right there too. So there's like, there's one over here too. So there's like 8 or 9 knots that we just plowed through. And this is, I can't express to you how heavy this is and pitch locked it is. But those that have cut pitch locked pine with knots, and you know, that is not a nice piece of wood. Like, I bet if I was to cut this section off right here, which I don't know, maybe I'll grab that sometime or another with the grapple. I need to sharpen this chain. It's not horrible, but it's definitely not fresh. There's, you know, I'm cutting, you know, there's this dirt is all over that log, so it's, you know, I expect the chain to get slower after every cookie because it's everywhere. That log's smeared from head to toe with crap. But it feels pretty sporty. I let the oils out of that cylinder. I'm not going to throw the gauge back on it, but I suspect I'm somewhere in the 168, 170 range now. And the one that ring seats in, it might get better, might get worse. I do have a card kit coming. I'm going to get a coil coming and a proper spark plug. I have a couple Chinese plugs of the knockoffs. They got the same part number as the BPM 7 or whatever, but one's a HIPAA plug, the other one's a Saver, and there's another, I think it says Farmer Tech. This coil won't even, I can't even get it to run on them plugs. Like it won't run. I grabbed this 6 and it seems, I was able to get it to run. So I definitely, you guys aren't even in the picture, but it's definitely got some issues yet. So yeah, chain's kind of tight. Didn't realize that. This must suffer from like some of them other saws. I had slack in that, and then when I tightened this, it pulled it up too tight. But she's fiddle tight. I bet if I was to loosen that up, she'd gain 2-3 in the cut, because that's too tight. That's actually pretty bad on the bearings, clutch bearing. But good news is I've got it idling quite a bit higher, and the clutch seems to be working like it's supposed to now. So one problem at a time. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I've blabbered on here enough. You guys take it easy and have a good one.